Congratulations! The construction of your pool is about to begin. So let's take a quick look at the pool building process. The first step is to lay out the pool per the approved set of plans and verify all setbacks are per the local building requirements. Then the excavation or digging of the pool can begin. As you see here, this work requires some demolition of existing landscape, fencing, and block walls. However, our equipment operators are used to working in tight areas and are very proficient at not damaging any existing structures. The excess dirt is immediately loaded into a truck and hauled away. The duration of the excavation varies depending on the size of the pool and the soil condition, as well as the access. Wood framework is installed as a guideline for the shape and elevation of the pool. Some handwork is required to complete the excavation process. The next step is to install the steel rebar, which is placed in a contoured grid pattern. The rebar is placed per the approved set of drawings. It can be 12 inches apart or 6 inches apart, and in some rare cases, 3 inches apart. It is all engineered based on your soil conditions. By this stage, you should have your coping and tile selections made. That way we can keep your pool construction project progressing forward. Step 3. The rough plumbing, electrical, and the setting of your pool equipment. As you may guess, the duration of this part of the process varies based on your pool design and how many added items you have, such as a spa or water features. Once all the plumbing and electrical rough is installed, a test is put on the piping to assure that there are no leaks, and an inspection is required by the city inspector. He will inspect the piping and gas pressure testing and the rough electrical. He will also inspect and check the pool location and the setbacks, and finally the steel rebar. Once the inspection card is signed, your project is approved for the next step. Step 4. The application or the shooting of the gunite. This is where your pool really takes shape. The process is pre-mixed concrete through a hose under high air pressure, and therefore it is noisy and messy. Our workmen are careful to protect the surrounding areas so as not to overspray any nearby structures or walls. It's a fun process to watch, since there is an artistic flair to this part of the process. You will see your pool walls, spa, reef, steps all take shape. When the application of the gunite is complete, you will see that the gunite dries very fast, and you will be required to wet it down several times a day for the next 14 days until the curing is complete. After the cure time is complete, the final steps will occur, installing the finishes. We begin with the coping and setting of the tile. We start with the pool coping, and in this project it is a colored concrete cantilever with a top cast or sand finish. The first day is the forming, and our crews take great care in ensuring that the coping is level, since the tile or water line will be directly related to the coping. The next day, the concrete is poured and finished, and we begin the cleanup of the yard from our construction. This pool has a raised bond beam on two sides with a stone face. So after the coping is cured, we install the stone and the tile. The next finished item is to form and pour the decking around the pool. When all the decking is complete, the final construction step is to install the plaster. Since we fill the pool with water immediately, before we can plaster, an inspection is required called the barrier inspection. This is where the inspector will check all safety requirements per local city codes, such as fencing height, self-closing gates, door and window alarms that can access the pool from the house. And once all that is approved, we can plaster the pool. The plaster finish for this pool is called Pebble Sheen. It is a 2-day process, and as you see here, is mixed at the street and pumped through a hose. Unlike the gunite, it is not pushed by high air pressure, but our crews still take care in assuring all areas not being plastered are protected. As the plaster is applied, it is hand troweled and finished smooth, as it dries just like cement. Because this is a pebble finish, the next day the entire pool is acid washed and sanded. When that work is complete, the crew will place your garden hose in the pool and begin filling it. Don't turn off the water until the pool is full, which is about 2 inches from the bottom of the coping. We will ask you to brush your pool for the first 14 days, 2 or 3 times a day. We will do the startup of the equipment and balance the chemicals, and over the next 28 days, we will check your pool a couple of times a week. During that time, we will get final inspection and review with you the documents we provided. Then, we will train you on all the pool equipment and turn the pool over to you to enjoy for years to come.